Kia ora and welcome along to the Met Service Severe Weather Update for Monday. Let's start things off by looking at the satellite picture. It really tells the story quite nicely. You see this massive cloud out towards the west of us. That's all wrapping around to an area of low pressure, and that's dragging down this warm and muggy and very moist air mass that's over us at the moment. That's bringing the heavy rainfall we saw over the last few days, up to about 190 millimetres of rainfall through parts of Northland. And as we go through in towards the next few days, it sticks with us. More cloud and wet weather being dragged in towards the Bay of Plenty and wrapping around towards the area of low pressure. As that system sinks southwards, we'll find some heavy rainfall transferring on towards that western coast of the South Island. But notice this feature here. It continues to feed in towards the Bay of Plenty as we go through the rest of Monday and even through towards Tuesday. No great movement on that, and that's going to be where we find some of the heavier rainfall as we go through the next day or so, particularly towards places like the Coromandel, Bay of Plenty, but also down on that western coast of the South Island. And you can really see that quite nicely on these rainfall accumulation charts. Now we're looking for those darker blues showing the heaviest rainfall. You can see them feeding through here for the Bay of Plenty, those northern parts of Tairāwhiti, and also down that western coast of the South Island. So we have got some heavy rain watches and warnings in place across many parts of the northern and western parts of the country. Let's start off with those ones that are going to be as we go through the rest of today. So this is the rest of Monday. Places like Gisborne until around about 5 or 6 o'clock this afternoon. For Monday afternoon, another 40 to 70 millimetres of rainfall through there. For those western parts of the Bay of Plenty, again, as we go through the rest of today and through into the early hours of Tuesday morning, another 70 to 100 millimetres of rainfall, not out of the question for you as we go through the rest of the daytime today and through into those early parts of Tuesday morning. A watch out for the eastern parts of the Bay of Plenty. Another warning then for the evening time from about 8 o'clock or so tonight, from Monday through to about 8 o'clock or so on Tuesday for those northern parts of Tairāwhiti and the northern parts of the far eastern side of the Bay of Plenty. Rainfall totals here, 100 to 150 millimetres of rain. As we dive southwards, we have got another severe weather watch out for the likes of heavy rainfall about the top of the Tongariro National Park. But for the top of the South Island, another warning in place for the likes of the Tasman district west of, say, Motueka. We have got some heavy rainfall there right the way through the evening tonight from about 5 o'clock right the way through 24 hours to about 5 o'clock on Tuesday. 100 to 140 millimetres of rainfall with the heaviest rain up about the tops of the ranges. A severe weather watch again for heavy rainfall through parts of Buller and also down in towards Fiordland as well, with a heavy rain warning in through Westland, particularly south of Otira. Rainfall totals here, 300 to 400 millimetres about the tops of the ranges. Lesser amounts down towards the coast, but again, you can see this runs right the way through in towards Wednesday. That rain continues to pile in on towards the coast there. And we have also got a strong wind watch out for those southern parts of Westland, again, as we head on in towards Tuesday. So some wet weather in store there. And you can see as we go through towards the end of the week, this high pressure sits out towards the east and it acts as a big block to those systems coming in from the west. So again, we've got more wet weather feeding in towards the Bay of Plenty, more rainfall on towards that western coast as we head in towards Wednesday. And you can see up towards the north as well, another very slow moving feature across Northland, Auckland, Taranaki, even down towards parts of Wellington. Just a little bit of movement in that feature could mean different weather for different parts of the country. So it's well worth keeping up to date with the forecast, but it is looking like a fairly wet week, especially on those western and more northern parts of the country. So please do stay up to date with the latest forecasts, watches and warnings, and you can find all that information at metservice.com.